Hi everyone, I'm Weezy, and if you're new to my corner of the internet, welcome. Welcome to Isabella Banks' YouTube channel. Over here, we discuss all things Harry and Meghan. So make yourself at home and let's get into it. Okay, let's break down this royal legal drama that played out today. So Prince Harry is throwing some serious shade at the Home Office, claiming that they should have thought twice about the impact on the UK's reputation if a successful attack went down on him. Yep, you heard it right. The Duke of Sussex is taking the UK government to court over stripping him of security when he moved to the US. As we all know, this is just one of the five legal battles he's got going on in the High Court. More strength to Prince Harry. A judge heard on Tuesday that the Duke is plainly part of the group that REVEC, the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, has to consider despite no longer being a working royal. His lawyer, Shahid Fatima Casey, is dropping some knowledge, saying Harry's being consistent about wanting state security because of the risks he faces. The threats Prince Harry faces are common knowledge. Even Neil Basu, the former Met Police Assistant Commissioner, confirmed that there were high threat levels against Prince Harry and Meghan. And yet, because the royal family wanted to protect Rupert Murdoch from a lawsuit and to hide Prince William's collaboration with the tabloids, they took Prince Harry's security away in an attempt to blackmail him. Can you Anyway, Prince Harry is not happy about how his case has been handled. He argues that the Home Office committee failed to treat him as it had treated others by refusing him automatic police protection when in the UK, and that he had been treated less favorably. According to him, this whole case by case security deal creates excessive uncertainty and hardship for him and his security team, which is perfectly understandable given that he has family, business, and charitable interests in the UK. What if he needs to travel at short notice for any reason? Does that mean he cannot travel or get security due to the imposition of this 28-day notice as requested by, shall we say, the royal family? Because we all know that the royal family control the Home Office, right? And wait for it. He is calling out Ravek with his full chest for acting irrationally. Even when Harry is trying to be serious, he just can't help throwing shade. So Harry says Ravek has not acted irrationally by not sticking to its own policies in changing the same degree of personal security previously afforded to him as a working royal. The Home Office is playing defense. They say they treated him in a lawful, bespoke manner and that the risks of a successful attack had been considered. However, given that he was no longer a working senior royal and had relocated to the US, his position had materially changed. Emphasis on bespoke manner, okay? Sounds to me like they're admitting they had not followed their own policies. What do you guys think? But Harry is not having it. He is all about the right to safety and security, saying it's the most crucial thing for any of us. And he's got a point there. Further, the Home Office's position is incorrect. Prince Harry's automatic security was removed February 2020, whereas Harry and Meghan were still working royals as at March 2020. See, they were still working royals a month after their security was taken away. And due to the transitionary agreement, they were meant to remain working royals until 2021. So I argue that even though the royal family invalidated the transitionary agreement, but Harry and Meghan were still in place as working royals until 2021. Anyway, for those who have not been following this particular case from the beginning, Harry is taking action against the Home Office over the February 2020 decision of the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, also known as RAVEC, over his security, after being told he would no longer be given the same degree of personal protective security when visiting the UK. In written submissions, his barrister said Ravek should have considered the impact impact that a successful attack on the claimant would have, bearing in mind his status, background, and profile within the royal family. Plus, he's bringing up the big D word, Diana. Apparently, the death of Princess Diana was in the mix when deciding on his security, with Sir James E.D. Casey for the Home Office stating Rivek was aware of the wider impact following the tragic death of the claimant's mother, and this was also a matter referenced by the royal household. I would say, well, considering that Princess Diana's life was cut short as a result of what many considered to be incompetent security at the time, surely if Princess Diana's death has been taken into account, Prince Harry need not even debate this matter. His security ought to be a given. Anyway, let's continue. The barrister added that there would likely be significant public upset were a successful attack on the claimant to take place. However, the decision involved a lawful balancing of relevant factors, with Harry now required to provide 28 days' notice for protective security. That sounds to me like, yeah, we considered Princess Diana's death, but we don't care if anything happens to Harry. Anyway, as if that was not enough, Harry's witness statement informed the court that due to this lack of adequate security, Prince Harry's life was endangered when photographers chased Harry's car during a well child event. The Home Office says he didn't play by the 28-day notice rule. The judge heard that the Duke had not been given an opportunity to make representations to Rivek before the decision to impose a 28-day notice rule was made, and that he was entitled to be informed of the relevant policies applied in order to make informed submissions. Harry claimed to have been subjected to unfair treatment and that a far inferior procedure had been imposed by Rivik, which lacked the critical safeguards in their written policy. No good reason has been provided for singling the claimant out in this way, his barrister told the judge, adding that the Duke had only discovered that the policy would not apply to him because he brought legal proceedings, forcing the government to disclose this fact. Harry's lawyer claimed that he had been given no explanation for such treatment, and as far as they were aware, it was the first time Ravek had deviated from its own policy in this way. My goodness, the drama is so intense, as with all things around Prince Harry, that most of the hearing is happening behind closed doors, and we're all left on the edge of our seats, especially as a privacy order was issued over concerns that a vast amount of the evidential material cannot enter the public domain. Why? We need to know. We need to know. We need to know. Shahid Fatima Casey for the Duke told the High Court in London last year he didn't know at that stage that the royal household was involved at all. He was told it was an independent decision. On behalf of the Home Office, Sir James wrote in their submissions Rivek has accordingly treated the claimant in a bespoke manner. He is no longer a member of the cohort of individuals whose security position remains under regular review by Rivek, but he is brought back within the cohort in the appropriate circumstances. Hmm. Let's not forget that according to the Byline Times allegations, the Lord Chamberlain, that is, Lord William Peel of the royal household, told Prince Harry that if he didn't withdraw his case against the Sun in 24 hours, he would face severe consequences. So now we have Ravek, which is constituted of the royal household. They then go against their own policy for the first time ever to remove Harry's security. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. So now let's analyze this situation. These two men from the royal household, Sir Clive Alderton, King Charles and Queen Camilla's right hand man, and former Lord Chamberlain, Lord William Peel, are key figures in revoking Harry's security to stop him from suing Murdoch's UK tabloid, The Sun. Prince Harry didn't know at that stage that the royal household were involved at all. He was told it was an independent decision, meaning that he was lied to by the Rivik committee. Edward Young also did not relay to the Home Office Prince Harry's offer to pay for his own protection. Can I just give mad props to Prince Harry and Princess Meghan, who were showing up to perform their royal duties a month after their security had been taken away from them? And just to be super clear, Rivik acted in multiple unprecedented ways when they removed Prince Harry's security. They failed to do a proper risk assessment prior to removing his security. They failed to consider direct input from Harry regarding the matter. They created a bespoke, inferior solution just for Harry. Rivik openly claims in this case that they created a bespoke arrangement for Prince Harry's security. But by the very definition of that word, they didn't follow their own standard procedure. This bespoke, custom made project they invented is clearly inferior. And it is quite clear to everyone that they acted too quickly and too publicly. I don't even know the reason they have imposed a privacy order, because when they were making the decision to withdraw the security in the first place, they made every process in that stage public. So Sir James Eady KC argues in this case that there are finite public resources for state-funded security, and therefore Revok was to decide who gets it and who doesn't. Except Prince Harry offered to pay for his and his family's security whenever they came to the UK, and this was also denied. An application of this nature should succeed on the merits, but given how corrupt the system obviously is, I have very low expectations of success. What Prince Harry gains from these proceedings, though, is that these matters have been put on public record and the public has been made of the devious practices of the royal family, so that these facts can, and I'm certain they will be used if it comes up against Prince Harry in the future. I am sure there will be people with short memories who will say, "Why didn't you sue?" And then Prince Harry will be able to say, "Well, I did, and this was the response of the UK at the time." This is the reason why, even though I have low expectations, I believe there might be a slight glimmer of hope that Prince Harry's security will be restored. The fact is that the rest of the world are following all matters that relate to Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. And just that fact alone may result in Harry and Meghan's security being restored. Anyway, this trial continues until Thursday this week, and I'm certain that we will have a ruling on this hearing fairly shortly. God willing, I will be there to share it with you when the ruling comes out. And there you have it, people. Thank you for joining us on this riveting journey through the royal legal maze. If you enjoyed dissecting this drama as much as I did, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more updates. Thank you for tuning in. The next video is just around the corner. Stay focused, keep shining, and keep thriving. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye now.